going, dudes? Ghxst here, and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. This is part 20. If you guys remember where we left off, Acro's the killer. It just took me so long to prove it. Like, they had me, like, apparently the way he did it was so, like, unorthodox. It seemed like a magic trick. Bro, he had the big statue onto a rope, swung it into the ringmaster's head. The ringmaster was wearing Max's cloak. When he got hit upside the head, the cloak snagged onto the thing. And when Mo saw it, it made it look like the hat was flying, or the Max was flying, or whatever. But it just took me so much and so long to get to Acro's to say that Acro's guilty. I got him up against the wall now. Pause. But they're now saying that he's lacking a motive, which is true. But I think I can crack that case too. So yeah, and I already told y'all last episode, I'm finishing this trial right now. I don't care how long the video turns out. I don't care no more. I just want to be over with this trial and move on to something else. But yeah, if you guys look at your see and want more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video. We're here. Like I said, y'all, I'm getting this trial done this video. I don't care how long it takes. It's currently 11 at night. We're gonna see how long this raw footage is. I can't believe it. Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Ahem. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst, ugh. But, I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Huh. Hey, pal. You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Please tell me it's something good, Gumshoe, because I'm running out of options. Because everything I brought up that note like 5 times last episode, and they didn't say it didn't work. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. I forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Damn, Gumshoe. Now, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Ho. Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Oh, that cloth. Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? Who cares? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know. Miss Von Karma doesn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. What you mean, final plans? Final plans? Right, Phoenix. Uh-huh. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. Do we have that cloth or not? Okay. Bat scarf. Stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. What the fuck is pepper gonna do? What is this gonna have to do with this? Anyways, what did he mean by the very end part? I'm not sure. But, it was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Ah! Don't scare me like that! It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of diary. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? All right, Gumshoe, you better hope that whatever it is, that scarf actually did something, bro. Because I'm tired of this trial. I want to get out of here. I want a new trial. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have had to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. He basically said, strap in, it's time for a ride. I got my my Coke with me. I'm ready. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat around 9 years old. Is there no child labor laws in this game, by the way? Anyways, I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Alright, and you did repay him by killing him. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro could kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to ask myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Yes! I didn't come this far to, not question him. The defense has the right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Alright. Let me get to the end and see what Maya's talking about. What do you think, Nick? I don't know. I think the more I cross-examine him, the worse I end up looking in the end. You mean... I get the feeling that this cross-examination was a trap. Yeah, Von Karma set you up again. Okay. So we probably don't even have anything. We were abandoned by our parents. That really doesn't matter to me anyway. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It was that part that gave me the most concern. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of the witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow! No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. What the fuck can I do then? We? Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, but it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Berry Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got soft spots for sob stories, it looks like. Ow! No crying in court. Let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. Uh-huh. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about the other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come to see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult. So then how long have you been a performer? Uh-huh. You started off as an acrobat at the early age of at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group within my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries. Bro, y'all need a better name than that. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar! The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You're truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. Oh, hell. I would just like to know. Can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? Yes. Now that I've come this far, there's no way I could answer no. No, I can't. Oh, this is going to be good. Very well, then please enlighten the court. Let us see some evidence that let us see some evidence that proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster. Okay, I can't pause no more. Let's see some evidence that proves that Acro is... Hold on. Bat scarf. This note! He had it! Let me just go over this one more time. This is why Acro killed the ringmaster? That is correct. I don't think the defense would mind confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of evidence? What are you supposed to learn? Looks like you just won a award. You just won an award for biggest failure in court. Ouch, biggest failure in court. That stings. Okay. Drats, now I'm really going to have to think about this. I'm going to give up presenting things from now, because I don't think I have anything. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. Let me go ahead and save real quick. I'm getting this done tonight, y'all. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us is like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made an accusation against the witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro? You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? Wait a... Oh! Yo! That's so crazy. No, stop everything. Hear me out. Hear me out. Acro, when we first met him, he had no ill will toward anybody. He just said that he saw the ringmaster as an uncle, brother, and father to him. Right? He has no quarrel with anybody else, with the exception of Regina. Think about it. Regina and his brother Bat were close, right? Regina is an animal tamer, and that lion put Bat in the hospital. Bro, so instead of the ringmaster looking for, or instead of Acro looking for the ringmaster, he's looking for Regina, which is why he put the note in her pocket. Yo! This game is insane. He was really about to kill a child? Bro. I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? So we're not even seeing a murder case. This is like manslaughter. Order, order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Yes! Move! Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Objection!
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Can I... Hold on. Not that. I think I know the answer. I'm just looking at things now. Shot by the ringmaster. No. Alright, Mr. Wright. At this point, the only thing that's important is evidence. This better not be a bluff. You're not going to... Ow! You're not going to fool me, Mr. Wright. Or... Those two are finishing each other's sentences now. Ah, shit. What? Alright, I think... I know what they're looking for. I just need to figure out which piece of evidence, like, answers that. So I'll be right back. Okay, the only other thing I could think of... Please tell me this note works now. Thank you. I've been trying to use this note for so long. Acro, you remember this, don't you? How'd they piece it back together? Anyways, that's not important. It's a piece of paper that we found inside Regina, or the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. That is pretty ironic. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro intend did intend indeed place this note into someone else's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person the note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. I imagine how Regina looks in the stands right now. Order, order. Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. Please change the name bus, bruh. Hey, Nick? Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? Yeah, that's what I was just saying. She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina. Let me go ahead and save, because I'm already past this dialogue.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell me about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes, what about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in it would happen 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. That's not convincing when we're this far in. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is the conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question now, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about hold on. The rag. What? This is it? This is it? Well, I kind of figured that I'd try and get rid of evidence I didn't need anymore. Bro. Alright, bro, whatever. I'll cut the recording back on when I'm done. Okay, y'all, it was either this rag or Leon. So, if it ain't Leon, then I'm out of ideas. Bro, what? Bro, we're not about to have a repeat of last episode, bro. I'll be right back. Alright, yo, I'm back. So if it's not, the lion and it's not Bat's scarf, the, is Bat himself the evidence? Nope. Alright. Yeah. I'll be right back. Alright, y'all. I've been sitting here thinking, trying to figure out what this evidence could be. And I think I figured it out. So y'all see Bat's scarf, right? Wait, does he have a scarf in his profile? No, he doesn't. Okay. So Bat's scarf has blood and pepper on it, right? We have pepper as evidence. It was found in this box. And if Acro used this box as a marker to figure out where Regina is, he had to have kept this small bottle as a remembrance of why he's the motivator. I think. Achoo! 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 Okay, I'm not doing all that. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Why should he say his full name all the time? It isn't a joke at all. It is the decisive evidence you asked for. I think all this recording this game in like an hour is going to my head. Because I really haven't what feels like common sense is taking like quantum physics type thinking. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with her. He was doing so because the piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Objection!
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. Are you sure? Oh, crap! Everything I do is getting punished, boy. I'm having to save every little bit of the way. If you are so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question: Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? We mean Regina's intended victim. I'm confused now. What you mean Regina's intended victim? Did she not like anybody? I mean, she inadvertently killed Bat, if that counts. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. Okay, I'm getting somewhere.
Objection!
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up of new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. Yeah, because the lion did it of its own free will. So then, what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bet was actually an accident? They said the lion smiled, so I'm not gonna sit here and say It was just an accident. No, it was more than that. No, I'm not going for that. The lion bit Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to just attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making a lion. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite at Brother Bat. Hold on. Blah 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 blah. Where's the scarf at? That's just a scarf, Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who was the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. 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 Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident. She made the lion sneak. Yo! That's so insane. So Regina is a killer and a psycho. I knew she was too like uppity and giddy. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? And where this bird keep coming from? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. What? Excuse me? But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion, for a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Yeah. Lions smile? That's a good question, actually. I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneak! Yep, that's what I was just talking about. She dosed that Scarfwick pepper, gave it to Bat, he wore it, he went to go put his head in that lion, and the lion caught a whiff of the pepper, and when he caught enough of it, he eventually sneezed and bit down on Bat. That is so crazy. Right, Judge. What? Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. Yeah, in reality, oh, the music cut out for that one. Y'all can go ahead and read that. Yep. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! This is so insane. You've got to be kidding me.
Objection!
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. Ha. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro? You don't mean... You can't mean... Witness? Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. Jesus Christ, bro. Just give up, man. This is taking too long. Long ass trial. You making you make me want to go back to Trilo's case. I'd rather go through him again than go through this Guillaume looking He don't look like Guillaume, but this Kumbaya, my lord ass. Anyway, what do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion? I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that not to mention the fact that there is an even bigger problem with your theory. And what would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? Good lord. The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be precise. The murder weapon. The bus that the defense claims was used. Hold on. Are you alright? Jesus. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. But it was clean. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. See how things work out first. Request to search Acro's room. What the fuck is that going to do this late in the game? It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... Why aren't you going to search his room? This looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We've already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? Then what was you going in circles for last episode? The bus wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed a search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like you lack the final nail to put in my coffin. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems that this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-argument look to have fallen short. Shit. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness. The fuck? Who's in here? Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. What? We need time to do what? Ow! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Why are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. You better summon me or something, cause I'm just as lost as everyone else here. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. Damn, the murder weapon. Somewhere on hold on. Somewhere in this courtroom, hell no. In the lodging house, somewhere in the big top. He never left his room. Somewhere in this courtroom is hilarious. How would he have gotten to the big top? Somewhere in the lodging house. There's no doubt in my mind the bus is somewhere around the lodging house. You don't say. He better not say. In fact, allow me to be more specific. You can find it in the plaza near the scene, in Acro's room, in Mo's room. That's hilarious. In the plaza near the scene. It wasn't in his room, so in the plaza near the scene. It's buried in the plaza. That's not what I mean. Near the scene of the crime, and no one noticed it? How could you possibly think that? Haven't you ever heard of the old saying, it was hiding right under your nose? That about sums it up. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna say big top this time. It must be somewhere in the very big top. It's in the big top. Mr. Wright, where exactly in the big top would we find this bust? In the ringmaster's room? In the center ring! Cause he's an acrobat! It's in the circus's center ring. What's it doing there? Haven't you heard the saying... What the fuck did he say? Nick, you about to piss me off, bro. If you don't tell them where this damn... I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, I'm back. If it's not in the lodging house, it's not in the big top, it's gotta be in the courtroom. It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once and for all. The judge's bench, the prosecutor's bench. Why would these two have it? Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, You are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Bitch, what the fuck? How are we supposed to see any of this? Anyways, because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to hide a bus under there. How are we gonna see any of this? Ha 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 ha. Once again, your your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma's happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. It's about time he finally came to, boy. Actually, two of them. Two of them. Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How'd you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burnt the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust? Obviously, I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon? There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. You definitely could tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me? Make a mistake? Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It seems we finally arrive at the truth. Acro? Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster? Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. Damn. See, I knew I was right. I just couldn't prove it. Ain't that just like all the gameplays I do with this game? For my brother, all my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What I'm truly guilty of, I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother, your brother became a star? Regina, Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. So innocently. Just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you are a victim in all this as well? No, that's not what I mean. Oh shit. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving up myself or giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just, I just, I just couldn't up and leave yet. This is kind of sad. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Thank God. I know I say that about all the cases I do for this game, but thank God this case is over. This court is adjourned. I feel really, really bad for Acro though. Bro said that incident was so bad that he contemplated on taking his own life because his brother's in a coma, possibly not gonna recover ever again, and he got injured in his legs and he's paralyzed arguably for the rest of his life. That is really this is probably actually one of the more probably the saddest though although this is the worst trial I think I've ever done, this is probably the saddest one. Like, man, fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No, 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 no. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Aw, man. She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. I'm not doing all that wham bullshit. Sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Mr. Wright, tell me something. Oh, this is the part where they make me guess something and I don't know what it is. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro... Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? Of course he is. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. Now that he's been since he got get back on his dad, I don't think he's gonna try that again. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You really sure? I can believe that? Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know that you're not making... I want to know. Hold on. I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge. I don't fucking know. Um, I don't know this fucking cloth, bro. Hold on. His brother making stuff up about revenge. His brother, I don't know. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Bet? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I think this might be one of the first times I think I got one of these right. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught. Uh-huh. I know. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bet as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bet. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? Ah, that's a big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen. Don't laugh! That's quite the goal. Yay! I can't wait! Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusionists. Which means this circus needs the best magician in the world has ever seen. Max. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. Regina, you're going to help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to the court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus better than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick. It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Ah. Okay. Okay. I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid. Blah 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 blah. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Echo really was the killer, I thought it was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? What's going on? Of course. Well, detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Edgeworth? Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Where are you going? Sir! Big turnabout, big top. The end. Woo! I couldn't stand this trial. This trial was annoying. I am so happy. Look, if we started this video at like 11 o'clock, it's been a full hour just about. I am so happy this trial is over. And I'm not gonna hold you. I did some research on this trial and how people felt about it. Apparently, out of all 6 games, because mind you, I just got the trilogy right now, between Phoenix Wright and Apollo Justice or whatever that other series is called, this is the worst trial out of all of them, and don't, and I see why. This was annoying, and the characters were just unlikable. Like, I think Mo was crazy. Regina was Regina. I hated Ben. I'm not even gonna lie. Trilo was annoying as hell. Um, Acro was cool and he was just like too smiley for me. Like I expected him to like tweak out like everybody else does. But yeah. Turnabout Big Top is officially over, and so is this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see and want more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Next episode, we're gonna be taking on episode 4. It looked like I said farewell to a turnabout. Farewell, my turnabout. Okay, save my progress. Absolutely. Farewell, my turnabout. I look, it says Edgeworth. It looks like Edgeworth is going to be in this part. I don't know if he's going to be convicted again, cause look, we're getting pretty close to the end of the game here. So yeah, if you guys want to see and want more Phoenix Wright Justice for All, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.